Joining me on the web TV of IPEM 2017 are Gianluca Pecchi and Daniel Gassmann. Thank you for joining me. You are respectively Director for Financial Administrative Affairs of EASME, and you are the Head of Sector Business Services for EASME. My first question, could you tell me about EASME? What is EASME?
Okay, thank you. So EASME is an executive agency created by the European Commission. It stands for European Executive Agency for Small and Medium-Sized Enterprises. So we support a lot of enterprises throughout Europe, in particular in 4 areas. These areas are SMEs, special innovative ones, energy, environment, and maritime affairs. And just to give you an idea, I mean, our funding is more or less 1.6 billion euros per year.
How does this funding get to companies? What kind of programs do you lead?
Yeah, basically we have been delegated from the European Commission a number of EU programs, and under the current financial perspective, the main programs are the following: COSME, which is the specific program for enterprises. Then there is important parts of Horizon 2020 for the research and innovation. There is a third program delegated to us, which is called LIFE. It's for environment, nature, natural resources. And last but not least, there is another program which is called EMFF, standing for European Maritime Affairs.
Well, being at IPEM here, could you tell me about this last program, which dedicated to small and medium enterprises?
Yeah, I think that what is particularly interesting maybe is to know that within the umbrella of Horizon 2020, there is a sub-program which is called ESME instrument, which is particularly attractive for SMEs. Why? First of all, because the only criterion to apply is to be SMEs, and secondly, is structured in 3 phases. The first phase is very simple. I mean, as long as enterprises have good ideas, we help them to translate these ideas into a business idea. So we give a lump sum, 50,000 euros, as long as are selected by our experts in all the sectors. Then there is a second phase where it's more classic grants. So on behalf of the Commission, we can give up to 2.5 million. For some sector, notably the health sector, it's up to 5 million, so it's a classic grant. And again, there is a third phase, which is very important because as these projects are very close to the market, after the grant, we can help them for the market replication, for business coaching, and so on. So in a nutshell, this is very innovative and very interesting program for SME.
Why are you present here? Why is ESME present at IPEM?
So, I mean, EASME, we went here with a delegation of 38 companies. Among these 38, half of them are companies benefiting from our EU grants. And so basically the idea is that we want to bring them here for giving them really a better visibility towards investors. And we think that we are having an offer which may be of interest for investors because many of these companies went through a selection process which is quite tough. In the ESME instrument, it's a selection rate between 5 or 10%. So I would say that this really brings some value also to the investors. So that's one reason. We're also here because we are working a lot with external experts for the evaluation of the proposals. And we are looking for experts which could be investors because we are screening the business side as much as the technical side.
What's interesting is that the companies that are here with you are not only companies that you financed.
Yes.
That's quite interesting. So they come to you post-financing, not only for that, but also for the services of the company, the way you can accompany them in this ecosystem.
Indeed, I mean we have a big network all over Europe. Maybe we can come back to it later, which have a direct link to the companies. So we from Brussels, we are let's say a little bit far. So we make all the evaluation process, but we are too far for being on the ground for all the companies. So that's why we have this network. And the other part of the companies are companies which have been identified by our network as being high potential. And once we had a full list of candidates for being present in IPEM, we made an internal selection committee. So these 38 is the result of quite a long recruitment process.
So, I mean, you've said it several times, you're helping companies on the ground. That's something that's important to you. You have a program called the Enterprise Europe Network.
Yes.
Could you tell me about that?
So the Enterprise Europe Network is, by the way, financed by COSME, the program which Gianluca mentioned before. And this is a big network with 600 partner organizations, which are whether chambers of commerce, regional development agencies, innovation agencies, public banks. And this network is providing added value services to local companies for helping them to internationalize, whether in the EU or beyond the EU. We're also present in the major foreign markets, China or the US. And we are working a lot in B2B events all over the place, which are very well structured, which have a very high satisfaction rate of the companies because they have been prepared in advance. And the network now, there's a kind of change on the ground where we're pushing the network to organize better the local ecosystem of investors. So again, what we have in our mind is to facilitate the channel from companies to investors by qualifying the projects. So I mean, I think if I would be investor, I would be reassured if my potential target would have already been through a certain selection process.
A business facilitator. Well, gentlemen, thank you very much. Gianluca Pecchi, Director for Financial and Administrative Affairs, and Daniel Gassmann, the Head of Sector Business Services at EASME. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Thanks to you.
Thank you.